he would step across the line. Habitually. He's a habitual line stepper.
Dun, 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 dun. Whoa, whoa, whoa. We're back, baby. Yeah, we're sorry to leave you guys with a day gap. I know it fucked up your entire YouTube algorithm. We did what we could, but at the end, I had some missing assignments in my USA coaching class that had to come first. But we're here now, Terry. It's been a wild weekend for me. And not just on a personal level, but also in the sports world, Terry. I'm a Falcons fan, I'm a Barcelona fan, and I'm a Hawks fan. Yep. And shit happened. Yep. A lot. So let's get right to it, man. Let me take you inside the mind of a tortured Falcons fan. Let you know kind of where my thought process was throughout this weekend. Right, so Thursday night, we hear reports coming out from the NFL that DeShaun Watson has narrowed his choices between two teams, the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. And everyone knew New Orleans Saints is a better roster, and they have better this, and they have better that, and they have better weapons. And DeShaun Watson would probably be throwing the ball to himself and catching it. But Warwick Dunn built his childhood home, Terry. He was a ball boy on the Falcons when he was in high school. Our owner knows him and felt like he could speak to his character. And it seemed like all the stars were aligning that DeShaun Watson was finally coming home to save the city of Atlanta. Jashina Anderson even tweeted out, Terry, that she would be surprised if DeShaun did not move to Atlanta the next day on Friday at around 2 p.m. And I told myself at that moment, okay, you can start getting excited. All the other reports, Sports Talk, ATL Jake, all these other guys, even some blue check marks. I was like, it's not real. It's not real. It's not real. I can't get my hopes up too high.
Yeah.
Then Jacina came in, and she dropped a bomb on us like the Gad Band. Not an hour later, Terry, DeShaun Watson had agreed to a $230 million deal with the Cleveland Browns. He went back to the Browns after the Falcons. It looked like we were going to get him. And he was like, you really want to keep me around, Cleveland? You guys really want me? How about you give me more guaranteed money than anyone in NFL history? With 22 civil allegations open for sexual misconduct / assault. And in that moment, the Falcons falconed. And Atlanta landed. Yeah. And the perfect next chapter in our sporting history was written as we alienated the only player who ever won MVP for our franchise, the greatest player in Falcons history, the man who brought us to the Super Bowl and gave us a 28-3 lead. We slowly pushed him out the door, made him feel uncomfortable, and within a day, he wound up on the Indianapolis Colts for a 3rd round pick.
Yep. And that's it? Just a 3rd rounder?
That's it.
Wow.
That's it. That's awesome. So, Terry, in 24 hours, I went from thinking that we were going to have a 26-year-old future MVP of Atlanta, a black quarterback, which the city has pined for, that you can run with in Madden, Terry. The most important thing on the minds of Falcons fans, can we run with him in Madden? We finally got it. And then 24 hours later, we have Marcus Mariota.
That's all you got from all this.
So let's step back. This is what it's like to be a Falcons fan. I shouldn't have gotten my hopes up. I should have known that Jacina Anderson makes mistakes. Oh, you know what, Terry? I forgot a key part that helped get my hopes up. That just really took him through the ceiling. Leonard Fournette and Jarvis Landry both reported that they had talked to DeShaun Watson on FaceTime about joining with him on the Atlanta Falcons. And I thought we were going to have DeShaun Watson, Jarvis Landry, and Leonard Fournette. And now we got Marcus Mariota, Mike Davis, and Frank Darby.
Ew. So you guys probably pulled the worst off-season deal. I don't even know. Like, who? There's no one. Oh, my God. You went from having a top 5 quarterback to
we blew 28-3 in the offseason, Terry. They're not even playing games right now. We blew a gigantic lead.
You pulled a Warriors 3-1, OKC 3-1. It's over. Damn. Your season's done. Who you tanking for? Who we taking for this year? Who's the quarterback?
We'll probably take another tight end in the top 5 anyway. So it was a lot of transactions. It was a lot of roller coaster of emotions. Let's start with DeShaun Watson to Cleveland, Terry. The Browns ended up giving 3 first-round picks up, a third-round pick, and 2 fourth-round picks to get back DeShaun Watson and a 6th-round pick. Then the Browns guaranteed him $230 million, shattering the NFL record.
Yeah, more than Mahomes, which is crazy. And guaranteed money. Mahomes, of course, his overall contract is more, but the guaranteed is really what you want because football, they don't really guarantee their contracts like that. Yeesh. I mean, if I'm the Browns, I think I'm a little ecstatic. But I'm thinking about their weapons on the outside and like the running backs and shit. Didn't they get rid of almost everybody though? Like receiver-wise? Is Jarvis Landry gone?
They trade for Amari Cooper.
That's right.
They did cut Jarvis Landry. Obviously they traded Odell Beckham. They cut Austin Hooper. They still got the 2 running backs and an excellent offensive line at David Njoku, though. So I feel like they got plenty of weapons.
I think if they need one more receiver, I feel like. I mean, we all remember that Deshaun Watson was good. They even gave away DeAndre Hopkins, and he still ended up, being pretty good for the Texans, but I don't know, something about that Cleveland air, that stank-ass lake water air over there. It's just, I don't know, man. It's cursed over there, bro. Let me tell you something about this curse, and you know about it. Cleveland was originally in Cleveland. All right, they were the Cleveland Browns. They moved Cleveland in the middle of the night to Baltimore and became the Baltimore Ravens. Then I think in like 97 or 98, they brought Cleveland back as their own solo franchise. They named the Cleveland Browns.
That's when they fucked up.
Have never been good since. They went to the playoffs twice, I think. Twice. In the AFC North, which is a tough-ass division, who always has really good teams. I don't know about this, DeShaun. I feel like DeShaun game 1, after being suspended, he's going to be suspended at least 8 games. I mean, Ben Roethlisberger got 6 for his misconduct, and that was only 3 women. This is 22, so I mean, I don't know how to do math right.
Are you going to multiply it times 7?
He's out for 3, maybe 2 seasons. Like, he's gone. Now, he'll probably get 8 games. He might get half the season. I would say either 8 or 9 games, possibly. Make it a nice even 8. How about that? Yeah. So I don't know, man. I don't think he's going to do well. I actually don't think he's going to do well in Cleveland just because they're cursed themselves.
Oh, Terry, I know he's not going to do well.
Yeah.
You want to know why?
Why is that?
Because that's the only way I can think, Terry. I can't allow myself to believe that we just missed out on a generational prospect. Terry, during this whole week, I was talking to myself. They're like, he's about to go to Carolina or Saints. I was like, whatever. Then they're like, he's coming to Atlanta. I was like, he didn't do it. As soon as they were like, he's going to Atlanta, I was like, 22 women are lying. I was like, wow, did you know that their lawyer has run for mayor 5 times and that he's next door neighbors with the owner of the Texans? I was like, guys, you got to be like Kyrie Irving, all right? Look beneath the first level, all right? Put the pieces together, and you'll see what's really going on here.
Yeah.
And then after he got traded to the Browns, I realized he did it.
Yeah, I mean, he ripped your heart out.
He's going to do it again in Cleveland. The curse is going to continue. He's not going to play bad, Terry. COVID may hit again. We don't know what's going to happen. You may have to go back into quarantine. May get a little lonely out there in Cleveland. Might want a little company to come warm you up south of the border, if you know what I mean, Terry.
I'm not going to wish on any of that. I'm just going to let every Cleveland masseuse know. You better watch out. You better not cry. You better not shout, I'm telling you why. Hey.
Watson's coming to town. I think that's also an underreported reason that he chose Cleveland over Atlanta, because those masseuses in Atlanta fight back, Terry.
So what are you trying to tell me that like the quality of life in Cleveland is so bad that just a couple $100 will just change their whole trajectory of their life? Like
I think so. I think like when LeBron left, they lost $1 billion in economy. Josiah Watson's like, bro, you really want this $200? Like, come on now.
Oh man, dude, how long do you actually think he's going to get suspended next year?
8 inches. I mean, 8 games works for me.
You think 8 games?
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see.
One game for each poke. Like,
yeah. I mean, bro.
What if they gave him 22 games? And they were like, 22 women, 22 games.
I got no problem with it, man. I mean, dude, he's gonna get suspended if they go harsh with it like that.
Bro, do you see what the Browns did to finesse the NFL too?
What?
When they redid his contract, they made his salary for this year $1 million. So the most he can get fined is like $500,000.
Yeah.
Instead of losing like fucking $20 million bucks.
No, I mean that makes sense. Especially though, like going into it that he's gonna get suspended a lot of games. So why would I like make all of that money get off the cap, or you know what I'm saying, like for that year instead of getting talent, not being tied up? That makes total sense. That's smart business. But you're cursed. I don't know what to tell you, bro. Like, you had a stacked squad with prime Odell Becks. Prime Odell Becks before the ACL injury. Jarvis Landry coming from Miami. I think he was a Pro Bowler coming from Miami.
Led the league in catches 3 times in a row.
Yeah. They get Austin Hooper from Atlanta. Like, I don't even know how they snuck his ass. He won best fucking tight end in college, and he somehow got traded from Atlanta after, 2 seasons? 3 seasons he's gone?
3 seasons. Yeah.
Their receiving core is disgusting. They got 2 great running backs. They took Kareem Hunt from kicking a woman. Like they didn't care about none of the consequences. Then they made the playoffs with Baker. Then they lose to the Chiefs. I mean, they had to stack that squad. Super Bowl odds were, I think, number 2 that season. Didn't even get to the AFC Championship game. You're cursed. They had the best roster in football. O-line was great. You have Myles Garrett, one of the best defenders in the league. Their defensive backs were good. Linebackers were good. They were stacked, bro. They were like the best team in Madden. And Madden don't lie. And they couldn't get it done. Madden don't lie. Don't you look at me like that. Those ratings are legit.
Yeah. Okay. This is what I'll tell you, man. There better be a lot of R. Kelly playing in the warm-ups because y'all just trade for him. All right? Talk about a habitual line stepper. This motherfucker's habitual line stepper of the decade.
DeShaun.
And he's going to do it again.
We can put him in the same category as Cosby now, bro. It is what it is, DeShaun. You did it to yourself. Just because you didn't win in criminal doesn't mean you're still not a fuckboy.
As soon as you chose
quoted
Cleveland, Ohio, over the place that you grew up in a house that was built by the Atlanta Falcons.
Oh, you're just pissed. I hear you. Okay.
I was like, no, you're right. There's something that's off. It doesn't click. He did all of the stuff. I'm convinced. And so, Terry, now the end result of this is Matt Ryan is sitting back home in Atlanta like, what the fuck, guys? After we didn't get DeShaun Watson. And they're like, well, the Falcons' number 1 priority now is making Matt Ryan feel wanted.
Too late for that. And you gave him away for a 3rd rounder, man. That's unforgivable, man. It is what it is. You know,
so we got a 2nd-round pick for Mohamed Sanu. We got a 2nd-round pick for Julio. We got a 3rd-round pick for Matt Ryan. Going to a team that said it was always just Matt Ryan for us. He was our plan the entire offseason.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
As soon as you got a top 5 prospect dangling in front of you, you're like, hey, let's try it real quick. Let's not put it out there in the media. You know, let's just try to get him.
Yeah. I think the Falcons, this was them trying to save face by taking a 3rd-round pick, because after they alienated Matt Ryan, they're like, all right, dude, where do you want to go? We kind of fucked you over. We'll trade you to where you want. And then he was like, the Colts, they let him meet with the coach, let him meet with the GM, all that other stuff. Now everyone knows we don't have no leverage anymore. There's only one team he wants to go to. And they're like, fuck it. Give us the 3rd-round pick for your boy. Matt, good luck in your future, whatever. Like, we're sorry we kind of just stabbed you in the back and fucked you over, but we're going to try to do right for you on the way out the door.
Oh, I think he's going to be fantastic in Indianapolis, too, because they have an O-line. They got an O-line. They learned from Andrew Luck.
So Matt Ryan got sacked a league-leading 52 times last season. I thought
it was just 40.
No. Matt Ryan sucks. Excuse me. Our offensive line sucked. But
damn. Yeah. Matt Ryan's been sacked 450 times, bro.
Yeah.
Oh
he's a tough son of a gun, but those hits start to add up. But I really do love this trade for Indianapolis, and I think they instantly become one of the 4 best teams in the league. People don't understand how good Matt Ryan is because of our lack of weapons and offensive line, and he's never had a good defense his entire career, even for one season, has never had a good defense.
Nope.
So we'll finally get to see Matt Ryan get those Peyton Manning comps that he was getting coming out of Boston College. We'll finally get to see him finally get his flowers, and he'll go into the Hall of Fame now, Terry. Because it wasn't with the Falcons.
Hey, look, man. I mean, I feel like he still deserved to be talked about, but I think he needs one more run, either to the Super Bowl or give me like an AFC championship, and I think he'll get it solidified. Because he's had a solid career, to be honest with you. For such horrible offensive lines that he's had throughout his whole career in Atlanta, dude, the whole freaking time. Like, you barely had a run game either. You literally had nothing. It's just him.
Poor defense. We had a star tight end and a star wide receiver every year and nothing else. It was like an 8-year-old playing Madden. It's like, I'll just get all the weapons and nothing else.
This is why you couldn't beat, like, really good teams. You could never beat them because they're just like, we're just going to triple team Julio. Like, we're just going to triple team Kyle Pitts. Like, is there anybody else on the field? Like, no. What are y'all like? No, it's over. What are you talking about? We're blitzing 6 and tripling Julio. Matt Ryan's still going to throw it to him.
So are the Colts better than the Bills now?
I can't say. I mean, on paper they look close, but I got to see a couple games. That's hard to say, but they're close. They're almost there, but I got to give it to the Bills. The Bills got a little bit more continuity, dude. That counts for something. They have a bunch of guys that have been together for a while.
They do. I'll at least put them with the Broncos. I think the Broncos with Russell Wilson,
they're good.
Now they got Matt Ryan. They're probably around the same echelon. But
I think I got Colts over Broncos for now, though.
I'm happy for Matt as a Falcons fan. He's given me my best memories of watching the Falcons, aside from Michael Vick making those 2 Minnesota defenders collide and run straight through the tunnel. But every other time it's been Matt Ryan. And it was awesome seeing him win MVP. And I actually remember the dark years of Joey Harrington and Chris Redman when Roddy White was a rookie in the league and couldn't catch COVID. And it's been 14 years, man. Joey Harrington was our last starter after Vic went to prison. And since then, it's been Matt Ryan for a decade and a half. Yeah. So I can't say enough what he's done for the franchise. But this is a business, Terry. And I can tell you the reasons why they moved on from Matt Ryan. There's one of them, and it's 2 words. Cap space.
Sounds good to me.
A lot was made of the Falcons taking on the biggest dead cap hit in NFL history by trading Matt Ryan. It was $45 million that counts against their cap this year, even though Matt Ryan is not on the team.
Jesus Christ.
But the good news is we bite the bullet this year. We tank, get that number 1 pick.
Yep.
Next summer, the Falcons have over $135 million of cap space.
There you go.
Which to play with.
There you go. You build yourself a dream team in Atlanta. I don't see how Atlanta could never be good. Why could they never get like a nice dream team? It's a great city, especially for
Terry,
African Americans.
The Falcons this whole time wanted somebody they could run with in Madden, and we got Marcus Mariota, who ran a 4.5 at the combine. His best trait is probably his wheels. So congratulations, guys. Now the problem's going to be throwing it.
Good job, guys. All right.
That was tongue in cheek. But if I'm really going to be serious, Terry, we can pay Marcus Mariota $9 million a year to throw for less than 4,000 yards and 20 touchdowns like Matt Ryan did last year.
Oh, hell yeah.
We don't need to pay somebody $45 million to not even throw for 4,000 yards in a 17-game season in a league where people are throwing for 5,000.
No, I get it. And especially in the NFL, like there's no lottery like the NBA. It's just by record, literally just in order. So just be as bad as possible and try to get the number one pick. Now, as far as like, I don't know which QB prospects are going to be out there for next season. I mean, there's the guy from Oklahoma. I don't think he's coming out until maybe after next season. And then the dude from Alabama, I think, has one more year. But I don't remember any other like just pocket presence QB that's out there right now. Not off the top of my head. Just give us some time and then we'll think about it. But
listen, man, I don't know. Everyone was talking about Malik Willis and Spencer Rattler this year, and
that's this year
and all that stuff. And we still could draft one of those this year, but I think it's probably more likely what you said, where we hold off again at number 8 and then probably wait for that guy next year.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what the Chiefs were thinking as well, Terry, because today they traded Tyreek Hill to the Miami Dolphins, kind of kicking the can down the road. They're like, I don't want to pay y'all $22 million a year to turn plus 30 as a 5'8" guy who your best ability is speed. They ended up getting a haul back, much more than the Falcons got from Matt Ryan. First-round pick, a second-round pick, a fourth-round pick this year, as well as fourth and sixth round picks next year.
I think that's way too much for a wide receiver. But I'm interested in seeing who they want to get like after that. Like, is there someone they're looking for in free agency or something? What's your take on, do you like fast receivers or do you like bigger receivers? Because I'm more on the vein of like a bigger guy. Because I feel like Andy Reid and the Chiefs and Pat Mahomes, they've only had this one type of receiver, and they use Travis Kelce as like their one-on-one guy in the red zone type of shit. I feel like they need like a big, not super slow, but like give me a nice sized target, bro. Like,
well, Terry, it's funny you mentioned that because there's been report there in talks with DK Metcalf to acquire him from the Seattle Seahawks, and we should be looking for that the next couple of days. So he definitely fits your profile as a big, fast guy who could do a little bit of both.
That's lethal. That'd be lethal. Because I, to be honest with you, I think he's good. It's a little too much hype. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit too much. But like we were saying, and like Russell Wilson was saying when he got traded from the Broncos, sounds like they weren't letting him pass out there in Seattle. So,
yeah, not letting us cook, bro.
Yeah.
I will say this, man. I'd rather have like 5 picks than pay a 30-year-old wide receiver $20 million.
Definitely.
And now all they got to do is reroute like 2 of these picks and they can get DK. And they're like, cool, he's 5 years younger and he can catch jump balls.
And my thing is this, like, to be totally honest with you, best receiver in the game of all time is Jerry Rice. And he's not even like, he still wasn't changing the future of the 49ers. You still had to have a good quarterback. So doesn't matter who the receiver is. That one dude is not changing everything. You need a team and you need a quarterback.
Totally agree with that, man. But as I see it right now, it kind of looks like the Miami Dolphins are assembling the team that the Oakland Raiders tried to make for a decade.
They have the fastest team ever.
They have the 3 fastest players in the NFL per like the next gen tracking data. No. Yeah. Like actually on the field with the pads on in the game.
On the field. Okay. Yeah.
Between Jalen Waddle, Raheem Mostert, and Tyreek Hill, they all posted the 5 fastest times over the last 3 years.
But you got Tua throwing.
And he couldn't throw it across a fucking pond at a golf course.
You got Tua throwing them ducks. Good luck with that one.
I think they're going to get creative, Terry. I again encourage everybody to check out my article, Wide Receiver RB1 at www.thehlspod.com. It details how Mike McDaniel, who was the offensive coordinator for the Niners, did a great job using Deebo Samuel both as a runner and as a receiver. Now, one of Tyreek Hill's best attributes, Terry, as a receiver is that he's like a running back with that ball in his hands.
Yeah.
I anticipate we'll see a lot of Tyreek Hill being used in different ways than he was in Kansas City.
Well, I mean,
that three-headed monster of Mostert, Waddle, and Tyreek Hill, if you could hand off to one of the three of them in any play, suddenly that's a lot that the defenses have to account for.
Definitely. I don't know. We'll see how that goes, man, because I think the Chiefs used them a decent amount. Maybe not as much as, you would want. But I think they handed him the ball off. They tried a bunch of different things with him. I don't think they didn't use him enough, but it would be interesting to see like a nice creative mind, in the same vein as Andy Reid, but like more of a new school guy to try to see what they can do with him. Because Tyreek is a monster. And Jalen Waddle, he's really good. He had a decent season last year as well. So, I don't know. I'm interested. They got me interested. But if I'm being honest with you, fuck Tua. I don't want to see this Tua shit. All right? Hands down, your boy who got fired, I can't remember his name right now, but I remembered it.
Flores?
Yeah, Flores.
Yeah, he told Tua he sucked.
He did. But I will say this. That dude Flores is probably one of the best coaches in the NFL, and he didn't want nothing to do with him. It's time for you to – I think you should get – whoever's got the biggest arm in the NFL, and you tell all three of those dudes, we're running streaks. We're running streaks, and I'm throwing it 70 yards. Who throws it the furthest? I remember I saw Tom Brady throw that bitch far as fuck, back in the day. But Tom's about 45, so he's not the guy no more. Cam, his arm is done. He used to have a big one. Who's got that cannon?
Shit,
Who's got that cannon?
Mitch Trubisky? Hey, Terry, I heard Baker Mayfield's still available.
No. Don't need that noodle arm. Get him out of here. Ooh. Nah, they can't get Josh Allen from Buffalo. I think he's got the biggest one.
What's Cardale Jones doing right now?
Shotgun. What they call him, Gauge 12 or something like that? I don't even know what the hell they call him.
I thought they called him one of those Easter chocolate mousses that you'll get.
I don't know why in my head I was like, they just called him boy.
No, Terry. He wasn't playing for Urban Meyer or John Gruden.
Oh, you're right. My bad. Hey, where's Tim Tebow at? Yo, launch that cannon arm you got, bro. You want to go creative? Let's get Tim Tebow. Huh?
You would have thought Jesus would have blessed him with a bigger arm, but hey, keep praying, Tim. Hey, Terry, I know somebody else who prayed to have their body changed. And then God answered their prayers. Or was it God? It brings us to this week's Line Stepper of the Week, Terry.
Go for it.
Leah Thomas.
Let's go!
I actually want to correct it. Because all Leah did was go out there and compete and win. And I don't see anything wrong with that. So I'm going to make the Line Stepper of the Week the coverage of Leah Thomas.
I agree.
For people who do not know, Leah Thomas used to be a guy. I don't know what his name was, but he was not good at swimming. When he first joined the swim team, they're like, are you just doing this to survive? Like you're hoping your dad doesn't throw you in a river? Or are you trying to be competitive? And he was like, I'm trying to be competitive. And they're like, well, you got to cut that dick off, son.
Yo, you wild boy.
Dragging you down in the water too much. He was like, hey, my nickname is Bowie. 2 years later, and a lot of new hormones, and Leah Thomas emerges, dominated the competition, now the #1 women's swimmer in collegiate sports, and has caused quite a bit of controversy, Terry. You've seen WNBA players tweeting out in support of her. You've seen WNBA players tweeting out saying our girls deserve better. You've seen the messaging of this try to get co-opted by both Republicans and Democrats, with Democrats trying to become more holier than thou and so eager to castigate and dismiss somebody for not thinking the same way as them. The Republicans acting like they give a shit about women's collegiate swimming.
True.
That's my thing, Terry. Everyone used this as an excuse to say what they already thought about transgender people. Yeah. And then when this popped up on their timeline, they're like, great, this is how I feel. Hypocrisy. She's not supported. She needs to be supported. Yeah. You're a homophobe. We need to change the system.
Yeah.
Everybody just got on their own soapbox and was like, this is all the feelings that I have inside of me that I can't usually talk about. And then they spewed them all out. And so you could do that. You could pretend that you can spew your feelings out. You can take a stance publicly. I don't care if you support trans girls swimming in collegiate sports or if you don't. But what you can't do is come out here and act like you finally care about collegiate women swimming. Because nobody does.
Hey man, here's my thing. I don't think it's that big a deal, to be honest with you. She sucks. She won one race, and everybody wants to say she's like the greatest, swimmer and blah blah blah. How did this?
She's no Katie Ledecky.
How did this even come into anything? Just because she won one race. Y'all do know she didn't win a bunch of other fucking races. She competed in a bunch of other races and didn't win those. Plus, nobody wants to compete in the fucking 500 anyways. If you ask any swimmer, they're just like, dude, the 500 sucks. That shit's long as fuck, and I tank that shit and lose. I heard Katie Ledecky, whatever the fuck her name is, she said it herself. She was like, I tanked it. I didn't want to win it. It's too long. This lady won one meet. You allowed her to win the shit anyway. Like, everybody keeps talking about this false ass shit that she was the 462nd ranked dude. We don't rank people up to 462. Are you fucking out of your mind? You think they're ranking people like that? Get out of here, bro. That's not happening.
Not in swimming. This isn't Alabama recruiting high school kids.
Don't even fact check me. That is not a thing. We are stopping at either 100 or 200. We're not going all the way to 462. So you can go ahead and stop with that bullshit cap. That's cap. I'm calling cap on that, first of all. Second, make better rules. The way you changed the rules was you said it's a testosterone or it's a hormone count. Dude was a dude 2 years ago. So his hormones are probably, a little higher or a little lower than other women. Of course, yeah. Every dude has different testosterone. Every woman has different hormones in their fucking body. All right? Dude didn't have that many fucking testosterone in his body. And you let him, off of a count, you let him go. I'll say give these motherfuckers 4 years, bro, on a transition. You can't it was a 2-year transition, you just let him go? Of course they're going to be, and he's 6'4". Jesus fucking Christ. Of course he's going to win a couple meets.
I mean, do you think that she did not have an advantage? Is that what you're telling me? That you think that it was a level playing field? Is that what you're saying right now?
Nah, I'm not saying that. I'm saying they definitely had an advantage. I'm saying that. But you made up the rules, lie in the rules. Stop making it such a big deal. It's not that big a deal. It's really not. Because the motherfucker didn't win every meet. If it was that big a deal, they'd be dominating the competition. Y'all are just making lies out, bro. It's just straight fucking lies. We're not ranking people for 100. They came in 3rd and 5th in a couple other competitions that same day, and we're not even talking about that shit, first of all. So
I'll tell you what we need to be talking about are these Leah Thomas NFTs and all the other shit, whatever Spencer Radler and all these other collegiate athletes are selling to get paid. She need to put her shit out tomorrow.
Hey.
You're going to have a lot of people buying that up, man, especially in those blue states. You're going to sell a lot of them NFTs out there in California.
Honestly, bro, my only one rule is, look, you switching up, you got to wait 4 years. You're banned 4 years from participating in sports. It is what it is. I mean, you can't just go 2 years? That's quick, bro. That's quick as fuck. And I didn't research a damn thing, but that's all I heard. That's all I saw. That's all I read.
So, Terry, this is no research, really uneducated. What I thought as a child.
Go ahead.
Because I asked my mom this question because I wanted to play girls soccer because they were worse. And we play against the UNC women's team when we were in high school up there at those fields, and we were better than them.
Mm-hmm.
And then we go to play with the men's club team, and I couldn't get the fucking ball. And so I looked at my mom, and I was like, dude, like, Sarah, like, I put up in a ponytail or something, you know what I mean? Like, who's really checking out here? And she was like, that's kind of the sacrifice you make. If you switch your gender, you kind of just know that's in the deal that you can't then go compete against girls.
Yeah.
That you get all the other benefits.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's fucking fair.
Yeah. I mean,
or you know what? It's not fair. I think it's fine. I don't think it's fair, but I think it's fine because nobody cares about swimming, and I don't care about the advantage. Yes, she has denser bones and all the muscles. She went through puberty. Yes, you can look at a bone from somebody from 1,000 years ago and be able to tell if they're a man or a woman based on the density and the chromosomes. Yes, all that stuff is true. Yes.
Yeah.
Still don't care. It's swimming. Now, if we get to the point, Terry, where it's like MMA, like combat sports, beyond contact sports, like not soccer, but things where you're getting fucked up, that's where I start to care about it. But swimming, you're racing against the clock. You don't even get to put your hands on nobody. That's not the time makes excuses. All right? You're racing yourself and you lost.
Yeah, I hear you.
And I'm sick of the complaining, bro. It just reminds me a lot of when they put the transgender bathrooms, and you just heard all these people be like, got to protect our girls. We got to protect our girls. Our girls deserve so much better. It's like you did not give a fuck about these girls yesterday, the day before that. You still don't give a fuck about girls trying to keep down their right to vote, their right to read, their right to do anything. Like, damn well, might as well ship them to Qatar. As much as, but then it gets time to take away rights from transgender people. It's like, well, we got to protect the girls. Got to protect the girls. All about the girls now, huh? It's the white girls, Terry. That's the thing. White girls are losing now. They're getting their ass beat, and their parents sacrifice weekends going to tournaments and driving around and buying $200 carbon fiber fucking goggles and paying for private lessons. And then they pull up to the meet, and they get smoked. And they're like, this isn't right. Our girls deserve so much better. But I tell you what, they weren't saying that when Joanna Man came out, and he was dropping 25 a game.
That's the movie. Look, honestly, some of your sentiment is actually true. Just a part of, like, it is more of a thing, of course, just because it is white women. But we're not going to sit here and say everything is racially related. It also is a distraction. So most of it is, but I feel like, of course, we think it's also a distraction from the war. Just a bullshit ass fucking story. Because if we really want to talk about it, we'll just wait until she keeps winning. All right. If she keeps winning, then you make up some new rules. But as for now, under the rules that aren't out, it's not illegal. You know, it's a cool little talking point. But Shawty only won one. She only won one race, all right? If she starts dominating, if she starts dominating the competition, cool. Then you can change the rules again. Everybody just chill the fuck out. It's not like it's the UFC. Like you were saying, it's not like she beat some girl half to death. That is not what happened. She won a swimming competition in college, guys. Chill.
And I tell you what, Terry, I'll be the first person to purchase a unisex Leah Thomas leotard or whatever you call those are, the swimsuits, the one piece. Yeah. I'll buy one for myself and take a knee in it to show support. Because here's one thing you know about me, Terry. I don't really fuck with white girls like that. And here's another thing you know about the world. black girls don't like getting their hair wet. And
Facts.
so the primary targets for Leah Thomas are going to be said white girls. And so, Leah, I'm in your corner, and I'm rooting for you 100%. You let these privileged white hoes know what's up.
Nah, America just needs to chill.
Put their dick in the dirt, Leah. Oh,
hey, look. Y'all should be glad that we can worry about shit like this and we ain't out there getting fucked up in the war and shit. All right? Just be lucky we can complain about dumbass shit like this because this is actually stupid and I don't care. If you want to switch up, switch up. I don't give a shit. As long as it's not a combat sport, switch it up. See what you can do. I really don't care. I honestly don't. Because I'm here to, hey, you got your ranks. You want to be a girl? Switch it up. But you just can't be switching crazy. They're going to change the rules if she keeps dominating. That's all I'm saying. But I don't have a problem with her beating them. I really don't. Because you made up the rules, and that's what the rules are. You said give them a level of hormones.
And I think we may have, in 10 years, like a third solution where we may have enough transgender athletes that they have their own division to compete in.
That's what I've heard, but I really don't think it's going to be that many, to be honest with you. I don't. It's not that many transgender people out there. That want to compete.
Tell that to Plenty of Fish, Terry. I've got a hard transition here for Plenty of Fish in my excursions in Charlotte to a man who has done nothing but win this season. And no, I'm not talking about on the basketball court, Terry. I'm talking about off the basketball court against his own government. Kyrie Irving did it. He stuck to his guns, he stayed principled, and now the vaccine mandate has been lifted for New York City.
Is this thing on? Can you hear me? Is it loud? I'm turning the volume up. All right.
Bump up the volume.
You shut your fucking mouth. It's over, baby. What did I tell you last week? And what have I been telling everybody all year long, baby? COVID is finally done. Kyrie, he's back, baby. And he's here to stay. The earth is flat. It's done, baby. Brooklyn's winning the chip. I'm an over-exaggerator. I'm an over-actor. This is it. The game is over. The game is changed, son. 8 seed all the way to the chip. We ain't seen this since 1998 with the Knicks. It's done, bro. Yo, stop playing with me, son. I told you. You was bullshitting last week. I told you Kyrie was coming back. I told you the mayor was looking at him and only him. There was nobody else. No one else. We lifted it for one person. We don't care about any of y'all in New York. 88% of New York is vaccinated. He bought a ticket to a game, sat behind the bench with no mask on. He made everybody look stupid. He was like, look, all right, you don't want to change it? I'm going to show you what the fuck's up. If you can buy a ticket and sit at the bench, why can't I play in the game? Dap up my teammates after the game. Dap up the other team after the game. But like, nah, you unvaxxed. You can't play. Get out of here, New York. Stop it. It's over, bro. Kyrie, welcome back, baby. Welcome back. Yo, let me get a round of applause for Kyrie, bro. You won, bro.
He won. I'll give it up. He won. He won. And I thought he should have taken it a step further. When he was sitting in those street clothes behind the bench, I thought he should have brought a vuvuzela with him. And
hey, look, and this is also not to say, I'm going to put my mic back in the stand. This is also not to say that everybody's feelings weren't unvalid. Because I was in the same boat. I wasn't killing y'all for not getting vaxxed up. But I think we would have been out of this shit a lot sooner if you would have got vaxxed. So I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying Kyrie won. You know, you're not wrong, but you lost.
He won. Yeah. I'll give it up. He won. He did it. He beat the man. Kyrie, he beat the man. He did it.
He definitely did. And
I'm fucking proud of you, man. Even when you had stooges like me out here making fun of you on the internet, you stuck to your guns, Kyrie. You did it. All right. Next up, white man can't jump too.
There we go. Hey, bro, Kyrie is on the type of stubborn I want to be on. Be like, 98% of y'all getting vaxxed up? Not your boy. Hey, oh my God, this is going to be great. What if he gets hurt first game back, though?
What if he gets a sheeple tattoo?
Nah, to be honest though, this changes the scope of the Eastern Conference. It really does. I don't want to go too deep into it because we can do a lot of playoff stuff, coming up probably next couple weeks because there's only 12 games left for most of the teams. So, but Brooklyn is looking scary now. James Harden. Yeah, you looking real stupid now, aren't you, boy? Dumbass.
Hey,
it's over,
Ben Simmons, you better treat that herniated disc.
Yo,
all right.
Where is he, man?
No, because when Kyrie was like, he was like, he can only play half the games, they're like, oh, this is a gap year. Next year, when Ben Simmons gets integrated and Kyrie's here, that's when we're going to win the championship. But now they're like, no, Kyrie's back. You need to get your ass on the court, Ben Simmons.
No, that's true. That is true. This is looking ugly, man. Philly.
It's looking real ugly, Terry. So let's transition from Brooklyn to Manhattan, where it got even uglier last night as Trae Young returned to the scene of the crime that he committed in the playoffs last year when he said, it's quiet as fucking here. And then he took a bow at center court after he sent you packing in the playoffs. He sent y'all packing again last night, Terry, crossing Taj Gibson to the floor. The DJ started playing, scroll the ground, scroll the ground. Taj Gibson was out there doing the twister, doing the Rudy Gobert, and then Trae Young hit that elbow jumper, landed in the squat like he greened it on 2K. And that was it for your New York Knicks.
Oh, I'm sorry. Going through stack. I can't hear you. I'm going through a tunnel. Oh, man. Yeah. Hey, man. He did it again. And honestly, good on you, bro. We need to lose for the rest of the season. I'm done with this shit. I'm done. I don't
Terry,
know what it's over, bro. It's over.
45-8 in his return to the Garden. Spike Lee looked like he was in the middle of getting an enema every time the cameras came on him. And I just want to give a shout out to Cam Reddish, who didn't play 1 minute in this game, despite the Knicks being shorthanded as fuck and playing two guys I've literally never heard of in my entire life. And I've watched a ton of NBA basketball. So shout out to Cam Reddish.
See you later, Tom. Tom. Tibbs,
no,
Tom.
Find it.
He's gone. Hey, look. The Knicks are now sitting at 30-41 or 42, something like that. Let me go ahead and take a look at the old NBA standings real quick and see where my boys are.
Derrick Rose in his street clothes. Like, I may have to take another break.
This shit's crazy. The shit's crazy, bro. So the Knicks are currently sitting at 30-42, right? We're playing Charlotte. The Knicks are playing Charlotte tonight. They're going to win this fucking Charlotte game. I don't know why. It's fucking stupid. When we sit at 31-42, I want us to be 31-51. 31-51. If we win another game, I promise you, I'm not watching 70% of the games next year. I am out.
Well, Terry, I promise you, if Tibbs closes the fourth quarter with Taj Gibson and Mitchell Robinson together, you won't win another game.
Trae Young put Taj Gibson on the fucking Disney on Ice. My God, he had him skating. Oh, my goodness.
Remember me.
Alexander Hamilton. That wasn't even on ice, but Hamilton was still fire. He had him on Disney. He had him on Showtime at the Apollo. Rub the rock. Rub Taj's head. Is he all right? Is he all right after that? There's no way he's playing.
Did he submit his retirement paperwork?
Bro, he needs to. If you ever get a switch, he's done. Bro, Tibbs. Tibbs.
Hey, shout out to Leah.
What's going on, Tibbs? All right, you're starting to play Obi Toppin. That's cool. Cam Reddish is getting DMPs, dog. What are you doing? He just hates New York. He's like, you know what? I hate this city. It smells like shit. I'm out of here. Cam's not playing. It's ridiculous, man.
What do you think about Obi Toppin trying to dunk on Clint Capella and then Clint Capella blocking that shit and hitting him with the Mutombo for 5 seconds?
He should have got a tech, too. He did it to his face. But,
yeah, he did.
It's all good. We just gonna let that one go. I like that.
Obi Toppin was like, I told him, don't be doing that shit, man. I'm not the one. He's like, I talked to him about it at halftime. And he was like, I let him know that I'm going to get him back. After all, I am a slam dunk contest champion. And then everyone was like, oh, yeah, I forgot you won that slam dunk contest a month ago.
Worst dunk contest of all time. Recency bias. Hey, I like the attempt, but Atlanta came in and whipped our ass. I'm telling you, bro, you out here you're too close to your squad, bro. I'm telling you, the Hawks are looking good, man.
They're no good. We even against the Knicks, we went through like a 11-minute period where we scored once.
Doesn't matter.
And they just go through these periods where it looks like college basketball, where they just pass it around a perimeter for 28 seconds and then take a contested three without anyone ever setting a foot into the paint.
Bro.
And that's what happens when you play 5 shooters out here. Everyone wants to shoot.
Bro, I'm telling you, though, y'all are back, bro. You're 36-36. You're 500 now. You know that, right? Y'all are creeping.
500. We're a 500 team. Listen, we're going to beat the Hornets in the play-in. All right?
Dude.
We're going to play the first seed, the number 1 seed in the first round. And you never know what could happen. But Kevin Huerter can't stay in front of anybody. Bogdanovich can barely dribble. Trae Young needlessly switches every possession on defense to get a gigantic guy on him and then fucks up all the rotations because nobody knows where they're supposed to go. I see way too many problems on this team. Take them seriously. They're a first-round tough series at best. So
if things hold, even though, it looks like you'll probably play Brooklyn in the play-in just because
we're going to play the Hornets.
No. Well, no, that's not how they do it. They do 7-10, 9-8.
No, they don't. I looked it up yesterday.
Did they change it again?
Yep.
Damn, they out here changing shit all the time.
Yeah, it's fucking 7, 8, 9, 10.
That's stupid. Yeah,
I know. It is stupid. I totally agree.
Why are 7 and 8 playing? What's the point of that?
Yeah, why don't we just have 1 play 2, 3 play 4, 4, 5 play 6? Like, what are you guys doing? But yeah, I double checked again today because I was like, wait a minute, I thought we were gonna have to play the Nets. No, you got to play the Hornets.
So you'd be playing the Hornets. How many games? 1 or 2?
We'd have to win 2 because they're the higher seed right now.
You're the 10, and then who did the Hornets play?
After us, nobody.
I mean, not the Hornets. Who did like the 7 and 8 seed play after that? Because the 7 and 8 play, then you play the person who won that, and then whoever plays that is the 8 seed.
No. So the 7 and 8 seed, the winner of that plays the 2 seed. The winner of the 9 and 10 plays the 1 seed.
I feel like they just made it a little too complicated.
Oh, you know what I think they tried to do while they have the 9-10 playing instead of the 7 and 10? Because they want to make sure that number 1 seed gets the shittiest team and not the 7 seed.
Yeah, I think so. Or, maybe.
Either way, it'll be a fun playing game series to watch with the Hornets. It'll be a fun 6-game series or 7-game series with whoever in the first round. But this team is going nowhere quick. They're in desperate need of veteran leadership and accountability. Really, a guy like Jimmy Butler is exactly what the fuck this team needs. But it's not on the roster right now. And until then, Hawks fans are going to be left wanting.
You just need wings that can play all season.
Yeah.
Instead of
we also need to have more than 1 3. DeAndre Hunter's the only 3 on our fucking team. So,
no, I mean, yeah, also that. Because
also, we need to stop playing Lou Williams and DeLon Wright together. That needs to stop permanently.
Lou and Trae can't play together ever.
And we need to fire Nate McMillan. So those are all the things, Terry. But, Terry, we've seen when you change a coach, you can change a culture, and then you can change your whole trajectory in a small amount of time. And we saw that right across the pond with Xavi taking over from Ronald Koeman just 5 months ago. Since then, Terry, no team in Europe has won more points than Barcelona. No team has scored more goals than Barcelona. And this Sunday, Barcelona played Real Madrid in Xavi's second El Clasico. and they dismantled the men in white to the tune of 4-0. Could have been 7 or 8.
You done?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not trying to hear this.
You gonna give me my flowers or what, bruh?
No, I'm not giving you guys any. I'm not giving Chavi shit. First of all, I ain't giving him shit. Whoever got the deals done for you to get 5 players, 5. Fernan Torres, Dembele somehow wanted to stay after he was like, "No, I'm out of there." All right, that means something shady happened. I don't know what the fuck's going on, but he stayed. You got fucking Aubameyang, who just came to Barcelona all of a sudden, and nobody knew. He just like, no, I'm just flying out by myself. You know, nobody gave me a wink, wink. Nobody gave me a bag up, out there in fucking London. Nope, nah, just out there by himself. Him, Aubameyang, Dama Traore. That's the only one that makes any sense. He was playing no games, and he only speaks Spanish, even though he's from fucking Mali, Angola. All right, whatever. And then I can say it. Fuck it, I'm racist. Number 5, Luke de Jong just doesn't play anymore.
No, you forgot Danny Alves.
Oh, yeah, true. I'll give you that. I'll give you a little Danny. Danny's been doing a lot for you. But he was free. So, that makes sense. Everybody else, I don't know where the fuck they came from. Spotify gave you $80 million.
Hey,
they all cost more than $80 million combined.
Hold up. Everybody is free. Everybody was free but Torres. Aubameyang was free. Adama Traore is on loan. We don't even have this motherfucker yet. We got an option to buy this summer. If
you still got to pay his contract.
Yeah, but that's when that Spotify money comes through. We'll be just fine.
No.
Danny Alves was playing in Brazil, and his season has ended. He was on a free. So really, the only person we had to spend any money on was Ferran Torres. But I tell you what, Terry, you are not giving Xavi the respect that he deserves. He completely outcoached Ancelotti in this Clasico. His tactics were a big change from what we've seen at Barcelona into this point. Terry, usually when you see Barcelona, when they have Danny Alves and Jordi Alba on the field, they are overlapping, getting to the touchline, crossing it in across the face of the goal. This game, he said both of y'all are playing as inverted wingbacks. I want you to join the center of the field and push to the center. Hey, Pedri, Frankie de Jong, I want you guys to make forward runs beyond the defense. I want our wingers wide, and I want our 9 coming back to the ball. Terry, Real Madrid didn't know what hit them. They got 2-on-1s overloads over and over and over and over again. They could have scored 7 or 8 goals if Aubameyang could make tap-ins. It was absolute demolition and validation of Xavi's whole philosophy that he can make this work. And it impressed me so much because it's so different from what we saw Xavi do when he played here, where the midfielders came short and they collected the ball. You see Barcelona playing vertically, directly, with pace, and blending those two styles is something that we hadn't really seen, except for that 1 year under Tata Martino, where we had Messi and Neymar. And so as a Barca fan, man, we're back. The revolution is here. It is televised. Turn your TV on. Next Sunday, the red and blue are coming to a home near you. We're back, baby.
Yeah, I'll give him a little bit of credit. I'll give Xavi a little bit of credit, but it's mainly the players, bro. It's mainly the players, dude. The players that you got are way better than what you had, and he's just able to do it with the players, that are just way better. That makes more sense to me, right?
Hey, how come Luke de Jong has scored like 5 times as much under Xavi as he did?
You got fucking Dembele crossing it in.
So did Koeman and Dembele the whole time too.
No, you got Dembele giving them great crosses. It wasn't like de Jong was missing, dimes. Every now and then, he was miss a sitter. He'll miss a sitter. But, bro, they're putting the shit on his head, son. He's playing great, though. I mean, I will give Xavi's system is a lot better than Koeman, of course. That's not even that's easy. We could definitely tell that even with the shitty players that they had, they were playing better. They did win some games in that period of time, but the defense was looking bad. My main thing is the defense is looking way better. That's where I'll give him his coaching prowess on the defense. But as far as the attack,
the biggest thing on that is and that's to your first point, Terry. All the guys they brought in, it's like Barcelona finally realized this is 2020 something. We need to have speed on the field.
Yeah,
and
that's the thing. Yeah,
and they finally got faster players instead of all these slow Spanish white guys. And it's like now we could actually counter press on defense and win the ball back in the opposition's half. That's probably been our biggest shield to PK is trying to win the ball back in the other half of the goal. So all he has to deal with is long balls.
Yeah, and I feel like they got away from that identity a little bit because, like you said, with the speed, it's the same thing with MSN when you had Neymar, Messi, and Suarez. Athletically, they're up there with the top soccer players. We're not going to say like they're the fastest people in the world, but they are athletic-ass soccer players, all right? They were fast. They could counter press really quick. Messi was one of the fastest people in the world. I got to give him that, especially with the ball. All right. Then even the years before that, you had fucking Samuel Eto'o, great athlete. Dino was a great athlete. Henry was a great athlete, even though it was like a little bit going past his prime. Everybody keeps thinking like you just had this super slow ass team, and then once you like transformed into like a team that only did tiki taka with no fast guys, you were getting your doors blown off. Now you realize you had to kind of go back to what the future was, or what your past was actually having fast forwards with guys behind them that weren't super fast, but their skill is out of this world. Pedri, Frankie de Jong, Sergio Busquets, class, dude. They're complete class. But the dudes in front of them can play in different styles. They played the pie, not as much, but he can do both. He's quick and he can play with the ball. He can pass and stuff. And Dembele is he's in form, bro. He's great. And Aubameyang is great. And Traore is playing great for you. And Fernan Torres is playing fine, but he's missing a lot of chances. But all those dudes can do a lot of different
one thing I'll say about Ferran Torres is his movement has been absolutely superb. And he's missed some big chances, but his movement has created so many more others for us. And in that Real Madrid game, he missed a wide open one-on-one where there was nobody. He was wide open from midfield. It was like a FIFA goal, a FIFA breakaway. Didn't even hit the target. But then he comes and scores a goal 1 minute later off of Aubameyang back heel. Yeah. But his movement that game tore them to shreds. They could not stay with Torres at all. Yeah. And that's where I think Xavi has done a great job is now when the ball goes to the wingers, they're in one-on-ones. And that's how Traore has been so effective. It's like, that's all you do is get the ball in one-on-ones and attack. Same thing with Dembele. Overload that whole left side, switch the play. Now you're one-on-one against the left back. Now we make something happen. Yeah. I think Xavi has done a really great job reprioritizing wingers. And instead of just having guys like Coutinho and Iniesta who are midfielders playing winger who all they want to do is cut inside in the first place. Yeah. Now we have natural width, natural pace, and a great coach. And the future is looking up in Barcelona.
Yeah. No, I mean that's the thing he's doing, man. I mean, he's making the game simple for you guys, dude. He's making it simple for you, and he's giving you a task that I don't think is, too hard to ask of the guys. Just keep it simple, do what you're best at, and he's putting you in the positions where he thinks you're the best at, and they're thriving. And that's all you can ask for, man. He's doing a great job. You guys still cheated. I don't give a shit what you say. They're cheating ass motherfuckers. He wouldn't have been able to do it with the same guys, and somehow you got all these dudes. It is what it is. I'm a little bitter.
Hey, I just want to say, before we even got any of those guys, and he was playing Abdi as Azuli and Eliash, it still looked better than under Koeman. He still realized, I got to get this Abdi guy who can dribble out here on one-on-ones. I got to get speed on the wings. Yeah. I'm not playing fucking Luke de Jong as a center forward with four other slow people around him.
And that's what I said. When I stopped joking, he totally did that. He put in 3 18-year-olds. He was like, who are these fucking guys that are playing now? No, I want these young guys. Give me somebody else. Anybody else besides them two? No, get them in here too.
He's like, we'll run through the whole La Mafia till we find a 15-year-old Ugandan. Yep. I don't give a fuck.
He's at that point, he would have looked on the streets and been like, This kid's pretty quick with the ball.
Right.
Barca, baby.
We got a lot of people juggling on the streets of Barcelona. They may have to do some self-scouting out there.
Yeah, man. Nah, y'all are looking good. But I think I'm done with this story, but I will tell you this. Madrid has been looking like they've been waiting for this type of party. They have been waiting to get smacked, man. Everybody keeps saying, just because they're winning, we win, but it's ugly, but we win, blah, blah, blah. It's cool. But when you get smacked, then you got to rearrange what's going on at the team. You were barely winning these games. You are really lucky that PSG has the worst team chemistry I have seen since this year's Lakers. Like, swear to God, their team chemistry is horrible. Everybody's gone from that team.
That Messi and Sergio Ramos on the same team wouldn't end well.
Yeah, that's true. But, Madrid has been waiting for this. They have been waiting to get smacked all season, bro. And no one can tell me otherwise. They don't look good, and they still don't look good after getting mollywopped. I don't think they're going to look good after this shit. I don't think they're recovering from this. Because everyone from that team, I think besides Benzema and maybe Carvajal, they've been through adversity.
Vinicius, Mendy, and probably Kroos are the only motherfuckers staying next season.
No. I'm saying for this season, because Barca's looking great. After that smacking, the dudes that have been through the fire, I think it's just been Benzema, Carvajal, Kroos, and Modric. And then Marcelo. Marcelo barely plays. Carvajal, he plays, but there's no right backs. Everybody else, they brand new to this circle. They just have only seen wins. We're the best team ever. We just win. You got smacked. Let me see what you can do. And I don't think you can recover. I don't.
I know they can't. Don't fuck with white girls. Don't fuck with white soccer teams, man. Blue and red all day, baby.
I got you, man.
All right, man. Well, it's been another roller coaster podcast of the Habitual Line Steppers, man. Thank you for coming out here and helping me parse through all my emotions. Who can say what next season's going to hold with Marcus Mariota? Terry, maybe he'll redeem his status as the number 2 pick in the draft and become the tantalizing, mouth-watering talent that everyone was waiting on.
It'll never happen. It'll never happen.
Or maybe the Falcons will just keep on falconing like we have my entire life.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yep. But no, man, it's been a great pod. And my last remarks are Manchester City better watch out. Liverpool's on the rise. Watch out, boys.
That's true. My last remarks are, if you're going to become a transgender swimmer, make sure you snip your dick.
Cut that anchor.
Because nobody wants drag in lane 5.
North Carolina.
Continue to stand up.
Peace.
Thank you for listening to our podcast this evening. Thank you. You're far too kind.